So I did a video yesterday, day before, on Chuck Schumer and his lovely family. Um, and yeah, so there's a little bit more to know about them. So this is the youngest Schumer daughter, Allison Schumer. All the way at the other end is Jessica Schumer. She's the oldest. Next to her is Allison Schumer's wife, which is Elizabeth Wieland. And then in the middle there, next to Allison, is her mother. Okay? But a little bit more that's maybe important to know. Big problem is that the Schumer daughters work for Amazon and Facebook. And Chuck Schumer holds power over the antitrust bill, in legislation. Little bit of a problem, not a surprise though. Controls why so many people are getting silenced and all over the place. But then a lot of these politicians' children, they're in the media. So if you ever wonder why do they keep lying, well, they're protecting their parents. And both Jessica and Allison went to Harvard. And then Allison's wife there in the middle, Elizabeth Wieland, she went to Columbia. Columbia is another one of those university. That's where Obama, Bill Ayers, many others went. Yeah, that's kind of, I'm now putting, I always say Harvard and Yale are those big ones because like most of our politicians, they come from one of those. Really, most of them, its majority is Yale, but it's either one. But I would put Columbia there too. Because, yeah, just something going on that then goes on to have constant control in Washington, the media. So yeah, if you want to stay stupid and think you're not being lied to, yeah, think again. It's always the media has been being controlled by the politicians. So yeah, and they have high positions. So, and as I said in my video yesterday, Jessica Schumer worked in Obama's administration. And then her and her husband, Michael Shapiro, went on to be in Hillary's campaign. Okay? And her husband is Michael Shapiro. And he actually, and just so people realize, Jessica Schumer, the oldest, she's a registered lobbyist for Amazon. So it says here, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is responsible for shepherding antitrust bills that aim to crack down on big tech, and both his children are on the payroll of companies that the proposals would seek to rein in. Allison Schumer, that's the youngest, works at Facebook as a product marketing manager. But I think Instagram is owned by Facebook owns Instagram, right? Because she talked about like content material in regards to Instagram. So she's done some work there too. Of course, it's high positions, of course. This is how you can keep control over everything. Yeah, when you put together the amount of money Speaker Nancy Pelosi made off of tech with the fact that Leader Schumer's two kids work for giant tech companies, Democrats are going to have a very hard time explaining if major legislation doesn't move forward this session. Yeah, I don't think they really care, right? It's kind of obvious. Then the other thing is that Michael Shapiro, who is Jessica Schumer's husband, he worked at Google Sidewalk Labs from 2017 to 2019. He left the company, though, in 2021 for a job at the U.S. Department of Transportation. Yeah. Yeah, the Schumers really have a lot of control in the government, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely not in a free country, that's for sure. Both the Schumer daughters, if I'm not mistaken, they both went to Harvard. That shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, everybody out of Washington, most of them came from Yale. But Harvard and Yale are those two big ones, that I always say, that's red flag. But the other one that's a red flag for me, I mean, they're all red flags. But the Yale and Harvard are the biggest. And then I would add one to that, Columbia. That's where Obama, Bill Ayers, many people came out of there that are shady as hell. Allison Schumer's wife there in the middle, Elizabeth Whelan, she's from Columbia. But then it also says that Jessica and Allison are both graduates. That's the daughters of Schumer. Graduates of their father's alma mater, Harvard College. Yeah, like I said, red flag, always a red flag there. Next. Picture of Chuck and his daughter Allison and her wife. And then yeah, it says here, Allison Schumer, 31, who works in marketing. One of them worked also, I think it was Alice, also with Instagram. But that shouldn't be a surprise, right? Because it is owned by Facebook. Doesn't matter. Chuck Schumer pretty much controls big tech. How nice. Yeah, and why isn't people calling this out is what I want to know. And then something else that's kind of important, just because they all run in the same circles, is this. Yeah. Malia Obama interned for Harvey Weinstein's company months before sexual harassment scandal broke. But then there's this. The Obamas were good friends with Weinstein. But back in 2017, early 2017, I believe it was before Weinstein was arrested for everything, there was a lot of pressure on Obama to make, I don't know if he ever did make a statement, like, why would you send your kid into the hands of this kind of person? Because it's almost like they took her out of, she had one more year of high school, they took her out of that to intern there, and then she was going to go to Harvard, of course, which I believe that. But yeah, why would you put your kids in the hands of this? But then there's this. They're all good friends. Yeah, it took Hillary Clinton 5 days to issue this statement about Harvey Weinstein after he was arrested in 2017. Yeah. So yeah, they're all pals. I mean, Oprah, it's the whole Hollywood clan, Weinstein, yeah. And the Obamas. And then they would send their daughter into the hands of unknown rapist for at least 3 decades. And yeah, it's these same people, like Cindy McCain said, that everybody knew about Epstein, because it was shortly after him or before him that Epstein was arrested. But that was when Trump was in office. Cindy McCain, John McCain's wife, said we all knew about Epstein, but nobody was going to do anything about it. Well, yeah, of course they wouldn't. They're all good friends with these criminals. So what does that make them? Well, given how close they all are, I would say criminals too. Not people you want in office. So I guess for Hillary Clinton to be making statements about re-education, no, I don't think she's in any position to talk about anybody being re-educated. One last thing. Along with the numerous lies for the entire 8 years, really just any time Obama opens his mouth, Sasha, their youngest daughter, that's not her real name. They just didn't want to tell anybody, apparently. Yeah. Many may not know this, but Sasha is not the real name of the younger Obama sister, because the older one is Malia, the one that was at Harvey Weinstein Company. Her real name is Natasha. Now, many people would be like, so what? Well, she's when he was in office, it's just an add up of the amount of lies that he's told, and people changing names, and yeah, all dirty, all sick, all criminal behavior.